Good morning. The Old Fisherman back with you. We're in Lake Monticello again trying to catch some more white perch. And I got one on right here. I thought I'd turn the camera on. I hadn't really got into the real big ones yet. Caught a few small ones. But I turned the camera on just to see what we got. A couple small white perch. No, we got 3 white perch. 3. Monella. That ain't bad. Pretty nice perch. Good 3/4 to a pound. White perch on Lake Monticello again. Coming off a good day yesterday with my wife out here. We had a good time, so I thought I'd come back out. She had to go back to work. Poor thing. I wish she would. She's a good bit younger than me, so she's still working. And but we had a large time out here yesterday. And I'll tell you, no better day than to fish with your wife and have a good time catching fish. We really had a good time and I really enjoyed it. I want to thank her for coming because she don't have a lot of time to come. So anyhow, we had a good day and I'm proud of that. And I was proud to get her on film and let y'all see what my better half looked like. Really proud of her. Good girl. And we've been married for over 28 years now. Got a bite, right? Uh-oh, missed it. No, I still got it. Little one. Got 2 boys together. 27, 24. Really proud of them. So we've had a good, I've been real fortunate to find Miss Deborah. And look at that, what a magnum white perch on a gup shrimp. I put a gup shrimp on this morning at the top just because I hooked a big old largemouth yesterday and he got off, but he was a whopper. We had an incident with him. I mean, we should have caught him and we messed around and didn't get him dipped, and he's probably 8 pound plus. So, hey, we back after him and I put that old gup shrimp on there hoping he would grab it. But it looks like we on some fish. We're in about 50 foot of water this morning. The wind is blowing. The clouds are coming in. I believe rain's coming in. I really thought they were going to be shallow with a high water today, cloudy weather. But guess what? I think they're out here deeper. So you never know with these fish. You think you got them figured out, they'll show you that you don't know what you're talking about. So today we searched around a little bit and I caught a few little ones and then I caught him a couple right there. And we in 50 foot of water now. And I started shallow, but it's like they want to be deeper, so we'll find them. We'll stick out here deeper. There's one. See if we can catch some of these Monella white perch and hopes we can catch a largemouth bass. That's what I want, that big old largemouth bass. My goodness, that was a big old fish. But anyhow, we catching perch until we find a bass. Right, there's a nice one. And guess what he's on? So, the gup shrimp, new penny. They love new penny color. I don't know what it is about new penny. Just love it. They love it. They love it. We're gonna give it to them. New penny gup shrimp. It's Tuesday and it's cool. Man, my wife ain't here today. She'd be freezing to death. It was warm yesterday. She had a big old jacket on. I don't know. She's not used to this fishing. Right now, I got a short sleeve shirt on. I got a jacket at the bottom of the boat I might have to put on because it's chilly. That wind's blowing. It's chilly. They're biting though. There's a few down there. We can get them going. Keep them stirred up. They'll leave you. There's one. There's one. Oh my. There's one right there. Like a pretty gunner. I don't know what I got. Might be a couple. I don't know. Might be 2 or 3. Never know. We're gonna pull them in and find out. Look at that rod, bitch. That ain't bent. Must be a nice one hooked in the side or something. Catfish, I ought to know. Channel catfish. Slimed up the line. I put that slime all over that line. But hey, he hit his phone. Never know what they're gonna bite. cold. I know you probably can hear the wind whipping through that camera. Chilly. Thought it was supposed to be warm. I believe we got rain coming in. When I first got here, it was kind of sunshiny, but now it's overcast almost completely. So I don't know what it might do. I would have went catfishing, but let me tell you people, and I probably could catch them. Yesterday we couldn't catch them over there. For some reason they wasn't biting yesterday. I don't know if it was the high water or water wasn't dropping or what. So that's the reason we ended up on the perch yesterday. But I brought my wife out here yesterday to try to catfish is what we go for. And we ended up changing and going perch fishing because the catfish wasn't biting and I had to try to put her on some fish. I didn't want to get in the doghouse, take her fishing. She knows what kind of fish I've been catching. Bring her out here. She says she's bad luck, but I know better than that. It has been times though that I have brought her and we couldn't catch them. And she thinks she's bad luck. But anyhow, I proved to her yesterday we got on them perch and she wasn't familiar with this kind of perch deal here. But she got the hang of it. But boy, she was getting bites. That rod was doing that. She wasn't jerking. She was waiting for them to take it like she was fishing with a worm, or artificial worm, or a minnow or something. So she wasn't jerking when they was hitting. I had to get her reprogrammed. But they was hitting her rod and she wasn't jerking. She was letting them have line. I don't know what. But she's not used to fishing like that. And she had to learn on film because I really didn't teach her that good yesterday. She hadn't fished. She don't come in the winter when I catch them like that. And so normally when she goes this warm weather, we catfishing or something like that with live bait. And so she would want to let them take it instead of jerking when they was hitting that artificial bait. We had a good time, let me tell you. We had a good time. And we both caught a lot of fish. It's a couple nice perch out here this morning. They've postponed, they're thin, they've already laid. Now some of them, they ain't all of them. I had a few yesterday still had eggs in them. Most of them is already laid and they out here feeding after they spawn. What they doing. All of them fishes in this lake, all of them produce another 100,000 of them a piece. There ought to be plenty of them in here next year. That's all I can say. I ain't had no problem finding them. Nowhere to go you generally can find these white perch in this lake. Lake Murray too. You just got to get on the right area. They ain't everywhere. I can tell you that right now. They're not everywhere. They get in an area and they hang together. You can find that area, any lake, you can catch them. But you got to experiment. They might be deep. Don't think they won't be 50 foot deep because they will be. Or 60 in the winter. Or anytime. Anytime. You never know where they at. Sometimes they might be 20. You just got to keep on searching till you get on them. Once you get that first couple bites, you know where they at, then you target the depth that you found them in, and it's important to do that. They bite. And you never know now when they start postponing. These largemouths are coming off the bed too. There could be a largemouth in here with them anytime because them largemouths, they'll feed on these small perch. Them big largemouths will feed on these small perch. If they out here feeding together and on minnows or something, old largemouth, if he finds a crippled perch, he'll take it. So you never know what you're going to catch out here in this water. But I believe most of the largemouth are probably going to be around 30, 35 foot after postponing on these ridges. I'm a little deep out here with these perch. But that big one I had on yesterday was probably 45 foot of water. Every so often, some of these big fish, they live in this deep water. They don't go shallow. I think they even bed deep water. Big old largemouth. So every so often, you might pull that jig by one, maybe down there on the bed or just feeding, and he'll pop it. You might have something on your hands at that point. Now, I hadn't been on the boat yet. Thinking about it, though. Thinking about it. I don't see the group that I've been getting on. Yesterday, me and my wife was catching them. They were fish all under us. But I see some scatter ones down there. I see some scatter. But good this morning. Yesterday we didn't have a gut shrimp on, we just missed crabs. Today I decided I'd put a gut shrimp on. Alright, we're 45 foot now. I done come up. And we on a knoll going to the deep water. We kind of on a point, underwater point, basically. And that's what we're fishing. We're just kind of pulling around this underwater point. And as we go that way, it's shallower. As we go that way, it gets deeper. It drops off into the valley is what it does. That's what we're doing. The knoll, the peak of the valley. And that's the kind of place you got to find these perch. They like to be on little ridges. Hey, I've seen them in the middle of coves too, so that, you know, that ain't all the time. They like creeks too, so you got to find where they're at and target them areas. They're not eating it up. Hey, catching a few, there's one. Catching a few. That's all you can ask for. On a day fishing in Lake Monticello. And they're not bad. That's not a bad size perch, people. That's good fillet size. Hey, nothing wrong with that. And I tell you, I had some fillet catfish last night. They good, but I think them perch might be better when it comes to fillet now. Them catfish, them little catfish on the bone, that's some good eating. But I think them perch might be, they might have them beat when you fillet them. Now, I had a couple little tiny perch whole last night fried. With the skin on them, they were good too. Now, I tell you that right now, I enjoyed them. The smaller the better. The smaller the better. They taste, the smaller they are, the better they taste, I think. They get a little bit bigger, then you got to fillet them. They get a little dark meat in them. But I tell you, that's a nice fish right there. Nice one right there. Pull it. Pull it. He's pulling. Got two of them, that's what it is. Two of them. That first one right there, that's a good fish. That's a good perch. Nothing wrong with him. Good perch. Good perch. Gotta love it. Now I'm gonna throw that back. Try to just keep the nice ones on. Looney's not out here, and it's warmer weather, and I believe they can make it. Then you throw them back now. In wintertime, you pull them up, and Looney's out there, they can't get back. Looney eats them all. Now, Looney's gone. Looney has left the lake. I haven't seen many loons here lately. They've left. They'll migrate on out of here. They're going up north. And that's what they do. They leave this lake. They come in the winter and go back in the spring. And I swear to you, I believe the same birds come back every year. I don't know that. But they sure act like they know me every year. I don't know what it is. I imagine them birds live a long time too. I know a parakeet lives a long time. I got a parakeet. That sucker's been around since I've been around. There's another Monticello white perch. My goodness. Pull it too. Look at that rod. That might be a catfish. Pulling awful hard for a white perch. Don't you think? I think he's pulling mighty hard for a white perch, people. Good. That's catfish. Ain't no doubt. Catfish. Old channel catfish. Tell you what, I love catching them catfish, don't get me wrong. And I don't like cleaning 100 pound of catfish at a time. My goodness. I got catfish fillets forever. We got to do something with these catfish. Need to have a church fish fry or something. My goodness. Family fish fry. I got me one of them daggone Cajun fryers. And you talking about a fish frying machine, people. If you cook for a lot of people, you need to get one of them daggone. What it is, they got a big old fish. They got them with one basket, two baskets, three baskets, and it's on propane. And it's got a big old channel going through it. The flame don't come up into the grease, right up under the grease. It goes through a channel and blows out the back. and it don't burn your oil. And you can fry, with that 2 baskets, you can put you about 6 or 7 pieces of fish in that thing on each basket, and man, you can fry up, you can feed enough fish. With one of them cookers, you can keep 40 people eating. And the only thing about it, the double basket like I got takes 4 gallons of oil. So it takes a lot of oil, but it's got a drain plug and a hose comes out of it. You can drain it right out and reuse it. I tell you, it don't burn the oil up. Can't beat it. Those regular cookers with the flame right up under your pot, they cook good too. Don't get me wrong, but this cooker here is, man, set up for a lot of people, and it is really. It's called a Bayou cooker, and it is a really, I call it Cajun, but it's a Bayou fryer, and man, that's some kind of good cooker. We have family fish fries. I bought that thing for a bunch of people at a time. All my buddies where I eat breakfast want to have a fish fry. I got to quit fishing long enough to do it. My goodness. But anyhow, hey, they not fast today, but there's a few bites. Thought I'd cut you on, make a little short clip of Monticello perch and let you know that they are still biting in Lake Monticello. Probably any lake postponed right now. Any lake. They're real skinny though. They look funny, because I'm used to catching with a lot of eggs in them. They look funny. They ain't got no bellies. The bellies is gone. So we catch them. Still catching them. Been catching them ever since last November, and they still doing it. My goodness, how many is in this lake and how many have I caught? Never catch them babies out. No. Thing about it is, you got them everywhere. Them little ones is all around the bank up. The big ones hang out here, the bigger. But the little ones are probably all in there, shallow too. They're everywhere. They show unto me, I'll tell you that. They show unto me. Monticello white perch again. You got to love it. You got to love it. There's 2. Neither one of them big enough really to keep today, because Looney ain't gonna get them. I'm throwing them back. I'm throwing them back. I'm tired of cleaning fish. I got to take a rest. I like catching them. I don't get tired of catching them, I'll tell you that. But I do get tired of cleaning them. My goodness. And people, I clean all of my fish. Nobody, I can't give them away not dressed. People don't want to clean them. But I'm tough, old rascal. I don't mind working. Although my hands are getting mighty stiff, all this cleaning. Arthritis. But we're going to do it as long as we can. Hey, as long as we can. Of course, that arthritis could be from jerking this rod, grabbing this rod reel. I do a lot of that, as y'all can see. I guess, though, I better quit complaining, because I'll be 66. Hey, that ain't about a week away. 28th of this month, I'll be 66 years old. Lord have mercy. I can't believe it. I don't want to be 66. I want to be 56. 56 would be nice. Hey, if you're going to want, you might as well go back to 26. But, you know, life is short. I'm telling you. But enjoy yourself. And I'll tell you what, I'm cramming a lot of enjoyment in my last years, as much as I can. Because I'm going to go out kicking. I can assure you, I will go out kicking and catching fish. I think back all them years, all that hard work, wiring all them schools. 12 schools I think I was in charge of. My goodness, you're talking about a lot of work, aggravation. And then I messed around, went business for myself. After I done got up in age in 2000 and wired over 300 houses for myself. So I've been a working fool all my life, but hey, I always fish too on the weekends. So I've been a busy man. Never been lazy. And in between all that, I've done a lot of hunting when I was younger. So, I tell you, I wouldn't trade my lifetime for nothing. I mean, my time, my era, when things were simple and live into this modern technology, is here today. It's unbelievable. My daddy could come back and see what was going on. He would not believe it. Them people were simple. There wasn't any technology. And look at the world today. And I love it though. I mean, I said one time, I don't know which one I like the best, the old days or the new days, but hey, the old days, we wouldn't be doing videos. I just wish I'd had this phone when I used to be on so many crappies and can call it every time I drop one down, I could catch one. We made some heck of a videos then. Kind of like these, I was catching crappies like these white perch, but you had to quit with the limit. My goodness, it wouldn't take long to get a limit. But hey, them days is gone. In this lake, I guess in different lakes, different part of the world, you still got good crappie lakes. But they'll get away from you. Crappies got good years and bad years. I remember even back then, you had better years than others. Every couple years, crappies come back and really can have a good year. So I love catching them crappies, though. Them old big slab crappies, man, it's something about them. It's slow in this lake now. It's hard to do now. I'm gonna try a little bit of summertime crappie. I used to really catch them in the summer when everybody else would be fishing something else. I'd still be catching crappies, but that takes a little work. You really need to put brush out, and on this lake, you need to put it out toward the other end of the lake. The fish come out the hot hole, the hot water in the summer, because the water gets 100 degrees. And so a lot of them crappies is in there spawning, and they spawn in that area. And it's probably where most of them is. Most of them are in that area probably, and they all probably done spawned out now. So I probably could go to that end of the lake and get on some brush and catch largemouth and crappie. Post spawn the other end of the lake toward the hot water, because they'll come out of that hot water. When they do, you can target them. You got some brush and stuff on some points. They like points. They like it next to deep water. And then it gets more to the fall, they like the dropping waters. The dropping deep water, edge close to deep water on drops. But I used to catch a lot of them like that. Take a daggone crappie jig, yo-yo crappie jig right off the bottom. I found them on these little humps, comes up and goes right back down. They be laying all over them humps. They have a few logs on them. Eat mayfly lavas. That's what they eat. Mayfly lavas, they be full of them. Right before a mayfly hatches out, he's a lava like a little worm for you for a long time on the bottom, around brush, and he lives his whole life, and then when they hatch out, they don't live but one day. They fly off and die. And of course, I know everybody knows what a mayfly is around here. I don't know if they everywhere, but and fish love them. I tell you, they love them. Years back, when them things would hatch out, you could take a fly rod with a little brim popper and have you a ball catching big old bluegills and bass around the bank. Haven't done that in years. That used to be a fun thing to do. Now I got talking. We done got off the fish again. But I just wanted to show you I was still catching some white perch, and want to tell you a little bit about what my plan is. That was tight. What my plan is I could go over there probably today and catch catfish, because the wind's blowing that way. Yesterday it was blowing the opposite way. The wind's blowing into where I like to fish for catfish today. If they start pulling water, they will bite on a cloudy day. Them catfish will eat it up over there on a cloudy day. But I tell you, they're wearing me out. Bringing all them catfish home and had to fillet them, my goodness. That's a lot of work. I don't mind it. Get by yourself doing it, you get 100 pounds of catfish, that's a lot of work. I don't care who's doing it. want to say I ain't going to drop back by there on the way in, but I doubt it. But I elected to come over here in hopes to catch me a largemouth bass. I'm getting bites, I just ain't catching them. I hope catching a largemouth bass like I had on yesterday. That probably won't happen for another year. If it happens then, that was a big one. Woo, that was a big one. I can't get over that one. Wouldn't be so bad if he hadn't come out the water and let me see him. My goodness. I'm telling you, the mouth was that big around that bass. His belly was huge. I ain't too sure that fish wasn't out there spawning deep. I don't know. All I know is that was one monster. I know that. Now, I done got up here at 43 foot of water. You notice back a while ago I was catching them in 50 plus. That tells me that I'm getting some bites, but they little. That tells me that them postbone fish, the ones like I was catching a while ago, is out deeper. So them shads probably out there deeper, and that's the reason they out there. Wherever them shad is, that's where the fish is gonna be. And they probably out there off the end of these ridges and schools, and that's where the perch are gonna be. They're bumping it. I don't know, that's a little one, I believe. I believe that's a little one. Ain't no keeper. I'm not keeping him. I don't need him. I'm gonna let him grow. I just want to catch him. Lake Monticello, throwing back perch today because I got enough fish. I don't want to clean that many. I don't want to clean that many. We have a big fish fry, clean the place out. We'll get some more. And that's got to happen within the next couple of weeks. Anyhow, we're going to drop it down a couple more times and I'm going to let you go. Getting a little long. I've been doing a lot of talking. But I want to get with you on another film of a semi-catching perch fishing trip. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Lake Monticello. Now that one is a little bit bigger. That one I might fillet. A pretty good size fillet that. I'm gonna keep that one. We're gonna cull them out good today though. We're gonna cull them out today. I got some people want to know if I ever miss my drum when I throw my fish in there. But hey, that thing's size of a 55-gallon drum. If I miss that, I sure can't pitch. It's plenty big and it ain't but about 7 foot away from me. So I got a good shot. I took my cousin the other day though. He went fishing catfish with him. We caught a pile of them. I think 60 or 70 catfish. And he didn't want to get on video. So I didn't turn my camera on. He got his own agency for Nationwide, Todd Cumberland Agency. Nationwide Insurance. Around the Chapin, Newberry, Irmo area. Y'all need any car insurance nationwide, contact old Todd Cumberland. He's my first cousin. Actually, he's my second cousin, but he's like a brother to me. I taught that boy all hunting and fishing. When he got out of high school, right before he went to college, that's all we doing, boy. I wore him out fishing and hunting, called turkeys for him. We caught fish. He will never forget that couple months, I'll tell you that. But now he's got his own agency, Nationwide Insurance, in Chapin, Newberry, and Irmo area. So look him up. But he would not get on film. I wanted to do a little nationwide commercial. You know how Peyton Manning does. But I was going to sing that little tune they got. Throw it right back out and catch another white perch. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't go for that. So. I thought that was right catchy. I'll drop it right down and catch another white perch. You got to love it. Old Fisherman's crazy. But I'm gonna catch one more here and I'm gonna let y'all go. And I see a few fish coming now. They looking at it. They're watching it go up. There you. They just don't want to take it. There you. There you. Another Monticello white perch. Oh my goodness. One more time. We're gonna pull another white. We're catching one at a time though. Feels like I'm not catching them when I catch them one at a time. Hey, they medium size, ain't nothing to them, but we ain't gonna let you go without them. I got some nice ones in there now. I got a couple nice ones. They ain't no whoppers. Hey, but they ain't bad. Monticello white perch, the Old Fisherman. I love being with y'all, and I hope y'all keep on watching me on YouTube. And thank you so much for all your comments. Steve Cumliner of Lake Monticello.